Have you ever felt a sense of dread when you're coming home to that narcissist that you reside with? Have you ever felt that tension in the pit of your stomach when you know a toxic individual was coming over? That's you prepping yourself for the battle that's about to take place. Because that narcissist is about to turn your house into a war zone. Let's talk about it. What's going on, Warriors? Welcome back to another episode of Reach Home Recovery. I'm your host, Baron, and today we're going to be talking about how that narcissist, those toxic individuals, absolutely destroy the sanctity of your house with their abuse, negativity, and maltreatment, turning it from a place of peace to a toxic battlefield. See, you could take the same house, the same apartment, whatever that living situation is, you could take that same dwelling and live vastly different lifestyles depending upon the people that's in it. Now, we're not just talking romantic partners. We're talking friends, family, roommates, those in-laws that come over to visit. Whoever it is, they can vastly change what's going on underneath that roof. See, with a normal, loving person, there's a type of synergy there. A synergy which is rooted in peace and love. A synergy which is fueled by respect and reciprocation. See, your peace, your positive attributes, your love and affection, whatever you bring to the table is received by the opposite partner, and it's reciprocated in equal, if not greater measures. That home is a self-sustaining, harmonious cycle of love and understanding because both parties are like-minded and they're equally committed to that harmonious household. Now, isn't that what we all want in life out of a home? But when you get a narcissist in the mix, you get the complete opposite. They turn that house into a war zone. You see, because they're not like-minded. A harmonious household is not their goal. They want the opposite. They love negative supply. They love the drama, the cheating, the abuse, the maltreatment. They can't get enough of it. So instead of that harmonious cycle that we described earlier, you get two opposing factions. There's you on one side, the narcissist on the other side, a battlefield in the middle, and it's all in the same household. Those of you that have lived this before know it all too well. But there's a subset of people that my word isn't enough. They need something to back it up. So we're going to jump into the Bible early. So we're going to jump into Luke chapter 10, verse 5. But before I go straight into it, I'm going to give you a little bit of preface as to what's going on. So in Luke, Jesus is on his path to Jerusalem. But along the way, he's stopping in the cities and villages, preaching the word of God and performing miracles. Then he anoints his 12 disciples to do the same. But because the harvest was great and the laborers were few, he then anoints 72 others to do the same as well. We pick up on the point after he anoints the 72 because he gives them a warning. He says specifically, I send you out like lambs among wolves. And he teaches them which people to be wary of. And Luke 10:5 talks about the households to be aware of. So let's jump into it. So we're going to read through Luke chapter 10, verse 5. I haven't put it up there on the screen for you. And it reads, but whatever house you enter, first say peace to this house. And if a son of peace is there, your peace will rest on it. If not, it will return to you. Short but powerful based upon what we're talking about. Let's break that thing down. So the first thing you do when you enter a house is first say peace to this house. So that means the peace that resides on you via your actions and your words, you outwardly express it in that household towards the members of that household. And one or two things is going to happen. And if a son or daughter of peace is there, your peace will rest on it. So if you have somebody with like mind in that household, they will recognize the peace that you set forth and the peace will rest on them. It's not only going to rest on them, but it will be reciprocated onto you. This is what God is determining. This is what Jesus is determining as a good household. This is that synergy we was talking about before. But we go straight to the opposite when you start getting in with that narcissist. It says, if not, it will return to you. Now, when we say return to you, we're not talking about reciprocation at that point. We're talking about you sent your peace out to someone where peace doesn't reside on the inside of them. So your peace offering, your package can't find an address within them and it's returned to sender. It's not being reciprocated. It's not being taken in by that toxic person. They're sending it back and they're telling you, nah, peace don't live here. I got something else for you. Let me give you a worldly example of what that looks like. You walk through the door, or somebody walks through the door, and you greet them as warmly and politely as you can. Hello, Mr. or Mrs. So-and-so. It's a pleasure to have you here tonight. And that toxic person either A, completely disregards you like you don't exist, B, looks at you with just a face of disgust, or C, has some smart passive-aggressive comment, like I wish I could say the same. They have rejected your peace offering and instead served you up a hot plate of negativity. Now, remember what the Bible said. I send you out as lambs among wolves. Now you understand that you're in a household with two opposing factions. That war zone, that battle is inevitable because that lamb doesn't have to do anything to provoke that wolf. Just the nature of the lamb provokes the wolf. Just your kind-hearted and peaceful nature is going to disturb a toxic individual. Remember what we said before. They love the drama. They love the negative emotions. They love the anger and exaggerated reactions. Just you being you is going to irritate them. That's how it is with the narcissist. That's how it is with that toxic individual. It's going to be an endless war zone. Sure, you'll have some periods of ceasefire, but the fighting will start up again just like that. So we talked about it in depth. We talked about the differences between that home and that war zone. And we talked about the two types of people that create those atmospheres. But now I feel like I need to talk to somebody that feels like the language I used was a little harsh. War zone might be a little over the top. And for these people, I need you to have an in-depth conversation with someone that's had an extended battle with narcissistic abuse and has developed post-traumatic stress disorder. Yes, I'm talking about the same disorders that our soldiers and our police officers get from operating in high-stress, high-conflict areas. I need you to listen to those people. Listen actively so that you gain an understanding. Gain an understanding of the unwanted and harmful memories that keep coming back. The unwelcome ruminations. The difficulties readjusting to life afterwards. The obsessions with their failures. The periods of depression and anxiety. The extended need for therapy just to get back regular. Once you understand these people, you'll understand that the language wasn't harsh at all. In fact, depending upon the narcissist, depending upon the situation, the language might have been a little bit too light. Because not everybody can escape that battlefield or that war zone. Depending on financial circumstances, if that narcissist is a family member or parent and they're stuck with them, some people liken it to living hell on earth. Y'all need to understand that there's some extreme cases out there and we need to get the knowledge out appropriately so we can help everyone. So that those people that are stuck in those situations, they at least learn how to guard themselves, how to defend themselves. They understand what's happening to them so they can maintain their mental faculties until they get the opportunity to get out. I'm going to cut it short today. Y'all, everyone heed the warning that we read in Luke chapter 10, verse 5. Learn to understand the right people that we should reside in versus the ones that we should leave alone. And if this message resonated with you, please like it so it can get to somebody else. I thank y'all for this time of fellowship. I thank y'all for this time in general. Y'all keep your heads up out there because these narcs out here narking. All right, till next time. Peace.